Hi everyone. In today's video, we will learn about shadow DOM elements, how we can handle this in Cypress. So first of all, we need to understand what exactly is shadow DOM. So shadow DOM is basically we use this to attach hidden DOM elements into the regular DOM element. So by regular DOM, I mean if you open your page, you do this inspect element, you see the DOM element. So that is your regular DOM. Okay. And inside that, if you want to attach some hidden DOM, so you can use shadow DOM for that. So shadow DOM in short, it is basically a DOM within a DOM, and with this it allows the web browser to render the DOM elements without pulling them into the main page DOM. So I have one example which image I have downloaded from Google, and I'll try to show you. So this is the DOM tree of an HTML page. So this green color, if you see, this is our page DOM, and inside that we have multiple child elements linked to it. So the green ones are the normal child elements, and the yellow one, so this is a web component. This is shadow host. This is the child which has actually one DOM linked to it. So if we have one DOM which is linked to a child, we call it as a shadow host. Okay. And the other DOM which starts, so the root node of the other DOM, we call it as a shadow root. And that shadow root can have multiple child elements linked to it. So we see this dotted line across this one in the shadow DOM. So this is our shadow boundary. So this is actually where your shadow DOM ends and your regular DOM begins. Okay, so this shadow DOM, this shadow root can be attached to this child also, this child also. In that case, this will be your shadow host. So basically, if any child has other DOM linked to it, so this it will become that child will become our shadow host, and that root node will become our shadow root. Okay, so this is a normal website, normal page. If you want to check, let's say I have one practice website. So this is a Selectors Hub practice website. So in this we have a field, this is a text box over here. So you see in this text box we can see this is a shadow root. So like we saw over here, this shadow root, if you see the shadow root, that means this is a shadow DOM. This is not regular DOM, but this is a shadow DOM. And we will see if we want to enter the text over here, how we can do that. So I have this website, I have already written the template, basic template for the test case, in which I have written cy.visit to open my URL. Now let me just copy the locator for this. So the locator is ID. I will use the ID over here, and let me enter cy.get. Okay, and I will pass the ID value, and we'll enter. We'll use dot type to enter the text. So enter testing shadow DOM. Okay. Now let's run our test case and see how is it working. So npx cypress open. My terminal is already open. So I'll just enter the command. Select your test case and browser. Okay, I'll select my test case. This is shadow DOM. So I'm just opening it. Now it will open the website. It will load the URL, and then it will perform the actions on that page. So yeah, my website is loading, and it is trying to find this locator, and you see it got failed. The reason it got failed is because this is a hidden one. This is hidden element. It is not visible directly. We cannot access this directly through the CSS or through the XPath. So in order to access the shadow root, we have this command in Cypress dot shadow. So with shadow, actually it gives you that accessibility to, you can actually access any child element inside the shadow root. Okay, so inside that shadow root, so now we will use dot shadow in our command. Let me just close the image first. Yes, now this is our code. Okay, so what we will do, first of all, if you see over here, so we have multiple shadow roots over here. It's not only single shadow root. because our test case, our locator was, this is our text box, this is our text box, and we have one shadow root over here. But if you see, if you just scroll above, we just maximize it. So this was our text box, we have one shadow root, and if you scroll above, we can see there is one more shadow root linked to it. Okay, and let's just see if there is any other shadow root or not. So yeah, that is, these are the shadow roots. So this is our child element to which our shadow root is linked. So first of all, we will try to use this locator. So I will enter, I will just copy the ID from here. So this is div ID. Let me go back over here. So cy.get, because this is my child, so I'm directly, I can access it using my CSS locator like this. Okay, but inside this we saw we have shadow root. So now we will use dot shadow for accessing the shadow root. Okay, now the next thing is, inside the shadow root we have one more shadow root. So after that we have this ID. So first of all, we will enter the locator from here. So this is my ID value. So I'll use dot find and I will pass my ID value over here. Okay, but over here we can see there is one more shadow root linked to it. So for that we will use dot shadow. So this is my test case, I'm entering dot shadow. Okay, now we can access our main text box locator and then type the value. So let me just copy over here. So we were here, we are here. Now we have, for the shadow root we have entered dot shadow, and now I will copy the ID. So let me just expand this. So this is our text. So I'll copy the ID and I will use over here dot find and just enter the value. So because it is an ID, I'm using hash, and now I will enter the dot type. I'll just copy from here. I'll explain you now what we did. Okay, so I'll comment it. So first of all, we try to access the child element, which is actually our host. So we try, because this is not under shadow element, so this is our main child element. We try to access it using cy.get, and then our root node, shadow root started. So for accessing the shadow root, we use dot shadow. Inside that, we actually try to find the other locator, because we have to traverse in the DOM to go to the exact location. We have to find it step by step. Okay, then we find this dot find, and after that we saw there is one more shadow root. That's why we are using one more dot shadow. Okay, now what we'll do, let's run our test case and we'll see what's happening this time. So now it is loading the page, and this time it should not fail. It should actually enter the text. You see over here, we got this message and our test case is passed, and we can see over here also. So you see, testing shadow DOM. Okay, so this is one of the way how you can handle shadow DOM in Cypress. Okay, so if you you can use dot shadow and access it. But let's say if there are multiple shadow DOM elements in your web page, and then you have to write dot shadow again and again at multiple places. So in Cypress, what we can do, we can actually change the configuration at global level, so that if there is any shadow DOM element in your web page, so you don't have to write shadow multiple times. You can directly go to that locator, like over here, and perform any action, whatever you want. If it is click, or if it is type, or any assertions, you can do that. So for that, what we'll do, I'll just go to my project, and over here let me open the config file, which is cypress.config.js, and inside this I have to change the configuration, so which is the configuration name is include shadow DOM. So you see the suggestions are also coming. By default this is false, we will make it true. And what we'll do, the next step, we will just go to our test case, and I will just comment the other things till here. Okay, I'll just comment till here, and we will find the locator, and now we will try to enter the text without using shadow. First of all, we saw without using shadow, our test case was failing. Then we used shadow, and now we removed shadow from here and changed the global configuration. Now again, we will rerun our test case, and this should also work this time because we have changed it at the global level. So let it run. So it is taking time. So what I'll do, I'll just close the browser and click it again. So yeah, I'll just close it and we'll open it again. Yeah. So now it is trying to load the page. Just opening the URL. Yeah. And this time it should enter the text. You see, our text got entered. We can see testing Shadow DOM, and the test kit also it is passed. You see the test case got passed. So this is the second way to handle Shadow DOM in your test case. Okay. So let's say if we don't want to change it in the configuration, we don't want to change it over here. Okay, I'll just remove this. So there's one more way through which you can handle the shadow DOM. So what you have to do, so along with your web locator, let's say this is my web locator, I will just pass this option over here, include shadow DOM tree. So this will also perform the same action. So this will make your shadow DOM actually visible and you will be able to access it directly. Okay, so now we'll again run our test case. I'll just stop it and I'll close and I'll reopen it so we can see it clearly. So this time also we are not passing shadow, we are not passing the global configuration. We are passing in our test case with the locator and we will see if it works or not. So yeah, it is loading the page and now it is trying to search for that locator, and you see it got entered. Our text got entered over here and the test case is passed. Okay. So this is the third way to handle the shadow DOM in Cypress. So I will just write quick notes over here. So just for the reference, okay, let me just close it. So three ways we saw. So the first one is, 1 minute, I'll just write the comment. And yes, so we saw three ways. So the first one is basically through using dot shadow. So using dot shadow command, you can directly access it. But guys, make sure this dot shadow, we cannot use cy dot shadow. No, we cannot use that. We have to use it with some locator. Let's say you are using cy dot get or cy dot find or contains. So it is used with that. It's not used directly. Okay. So the second way is basically global configuration. So we just change the global configuration and we copied this and change the global configuration. And the third one is in the test case level. So test step level, I would say, wherever we want. So wherever, let's say we want to find for this locator, we will use at the step locator and passing the options. So these are the three ways through which you can handle shadow DOM elements in Cypress. I hope you understand the concept. So please like and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends, whoever is looking to learn Cypress from the scratch. And I'll see you in the next video.